Hey everybody, it's Stacy. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Planmas video. If you are new to my channel or this is the first Planmas video that you are checking out, first of all, welcome. And also we are doing a new video every day from December 1st to the 24th in countdown till Christmas. Most of them are going to be Plan With Me spreads, but we also have our weekly vlogs that you can check out as well. I have them all in a playlist on my channel under Planmas, so if you want to check out all the past ones, you can check them out there. This is our second to last Plan With Me spread, and I cannot believe that I have made it this far. You're actually going to have two Plan With Me videos going up today if you are watching them as they come out, just because I did miss the one day. So happy Christmas Eve, everybody! I'm so excited. I want to know all about what your Christmas traditions are. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But I just want to talk about the spread just a little bit. I am doing the week of December 6th to the 12th. And I am using a kit called Joyful from our shop. This is one of our Christmas kits that we had offered this year. And I love it. I love the red and this is like a grayish green type color, but I do really like it. It is stunning. I am also pairing this kit all with gold foil. I am using the snowflake bundle from our shop, and I just think the gold really matched it, and I tried to keep the bottom washi pretty simple because I do really like how just simple but yet beautiful this kit is. So I really want to simplify the bottom washi. So I hope that you guys are all excited for Christmas, and I sure am myself if you celebrate. If not, I hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday season yourself. But I'm curious to know, what do you guys do during this time of year? What is your favorite holiday tradition that you and your family do, or you or yourself do? For us, I know for sure it is definitely our advent calendars. That is one of our highlights for the year for sure. It's always so exciting because you put so much work into creating all these different advents for your kids, and then to hear coming up in November saying things like, oh, I really hope that we get to do the gingerbread house this year, or remember when we made this craft and stuff like that. That's just so amazing for your kids to remember all these different traditions that we do, but also get excited for their favorite ones, or every day when they get to open a new activity in their advent calendar, just to be so excited about the activity because they've done it for a couple years now. I have done this advent calendar for my kids for 6 years, and it is one of our absolute favorite things. So I think that is one of our favorite traditions, as well as I just love Christmas morning where I make cinnamon buns for the kids. So usually we're off to gatherings most years right at Christmas for lunch and dinner. So we don't really have a huge amount of time to spend just the four of us. So I made it when my daughter was 1, made it a tradition that we would have cinnamon buns in the morning to at least just be together for a little bit. So we make cinnamon buns, we open presents, and just kind of be just our little family for a little bit. So that's one of my favorite things, and it's so nice to hear that my daughter is pumped about that too. She already has talked about it when I was making my grocery list. I said, is there anything anybody wants? And my daughter was like, make sure you get the stuff for the cinnamon buns because that's my favorite part. So it's just so nice to hear your kids be excited about the same things that you're excited about. All right, so let's move into the day-to-day. So starting on Monday, I marked that my kids got to go back to school. So if you have watched the last few videos, you'll know that my daughter did test positive for COVID, so my kids are both in isolation, but they finally got to go back to school this day. We all were so excited. I think I was more excited than they were. It's so tough when they are home and I have to work full time. It's just a lot because there's a lot of, Mom, I need some more water, or can I do this now, or different things like that. So I really like it when they can go back to school. It's also exciting for them too because they did miss their friends, and I think their teachers are better teachers than I am, so it was nice for them to go back to school. I also marked that I had my nail appointment this day, so I marked that, and then I did go and get Subway for lunch for me and my husband. It was just nice to have our own lunch together today. Because we were doing isolation with the kids, we were often doing separate lunches, one upstairs and one downstairs, so it was so nice to just be the two of us again at lunch. Then I marked that my son did homework in the evening. We have to help him with that. He basically has this work folder that he has to do for the entire month, and he can work on it anytime, but we figured we might as well just get it done first thing in the beginning of December, because we know that as it gets closer to the end of the school time, it just gets busier. So best to just quickly get it all done, and that's what we did. So I think we do it for a couple days. Then I marked that our Advent activity this day was to make salt dough ornaments. So I've never actually made these before, but my kids really enjoyed it. They always like when we make cookies with cookie cutters, so making the salt dough ornaments was very similar. And then I just used like a straw to poke a hole in the top so that we could make ornaments out of them. And yeah, we had to let them like bake for like hours. So it took a very, very long time. I wasn't really thinking it would take that long. So we did end up decorating them a different day. So we just made them this day. And then in the evening, I did FaceTime my parents. On Tuesday, I marked that Cheyenne had piano this day. She was so excited to go back to piano. Oh, she missed it so much. Then I marked again that we did homework with TJ. I love, love, love those Once More with Love little stickers that are the card writing stickers. They are perfect for doing homework. They have like a guy doing like writing a card, but they also have like a little coffee cup and stuff. I just think it's perfect for the holiday time to do our homework. Then our activity for this day was to make paper snowflakes, and we usually just make them out of paper, and then we usually use glitter glue to decorate them, but I want to try something different this year, so I got some coffee filters, and then we drawed on them with marker, and then if you spray them with water and kind of swirl them around, the colors all blend together almost like tie-dye. And then we let them dry overnight, and then we will cut them into snowflakes, and it just looked so cool, and it was something different to do this year. So that's how we made our paper snowflakes this year. And then I just spent the evening just pulling stickers and watching Survivor. So often in the evening I will pull stickers for my next videos, especially during this time when I'm filming all of these videos. I like to just pull them so that when I film my video, they are all prepped and ready to go for the video, so I don't have to be shuffling through my books a bunch of times. On Wednesday, I marked that I got Tim Hortons. Guys, I don't mark this very often anymore, and I am so proud of myself. I have been trying really hard to not go to Tim Hortons, so I maybe go once a week, maybe. And I'm so proud of myself because I was going like every day. And I have just been making it from home now, and I just feel so good about that. Like, it gets so expensive going every day. So very proud of myself that I have been trying really hard to cut back on the amount of times I go to Tim Hortons. Then I marked that I did my meal plan and my grocery shopping this day. And then we also were cutting out the paper snowflakes this day. Our advent for today was to watch a Christmas movie. So we were watching the new Grinch animated movie, which by the way is my favorite. I love that movie. It's just so cute. And then while we were watching, we were cutting up paper snowflakes so we could hang them up on our windows. And then in the evening, I just had my phone call with my mom, just kind of chatted and talked about things. It was probably Christmas related. Nothing crazy. Okay, so moving on to the second half of the week. On Thursday, I marked that my kids got their first vaccine. So excited. If you watched a few Planmas ago, we did get our flu shots this year, and then you have to wait the 2 weeks in between your flu shot to get your COVID vaccine for kids. And because of that, in that 2-week time frame, my daughter did test positive, so very sad. We should have flipped the order of them, but I don't think they were eligible at the time we got our flu shot to get their COVID vaccine. So Anyways, it is what it is. We got their first vaccine now, and we get our next one in February, so at least we are protected now. I have to say I was so impressed with how they have the vaccine set up for kids. They really, really made it very comfortable for them. My kids got like chocolates afterwards, and while we were waiting the 15 minutes, they actually had a movie playing, and they were playing the Lorax. And so my kids were watching it, and of course they didn't have sound during the movie, but they were so into the movie that we actually went home and watched it. So we went and grabbed McDonald's for dinner to celebrate and to reward them for being so good during their vaccine. And then we watched the Lorax, which was really fun. Then our Christmas activity for the day was to make what we call reindeer food, aka Chex Mix or nuts and bolts or whatever you want to call it. We just call it reindeer food, and it's so, so good. I made it in my crock pot this year. I don't know if I'll make it in my crock pot again, only because I found it got kind of soggy a little bit, but not soggy. I like that baked crispy taste, so I think I'll stick to making it in the oven for next year. But it was still so good. I made a Tex-Mex version, so good. Then I worked on listings when the kids went to bed, and then I did my diamond painting while we were watching Survivor. On Friday, I took the day off, and me and Jake went to the city shopping. We wanted to get the rest of our Christmas presents done, and he had the day off this day too, so we went together, and that was so fun. I love going on little day dates with him while the kids are in school. We just kind of zip quickly there and do our thing and then come home for when they're back from school. And then while we were in the mall, we went to the food court for lunch, and I always get Chinese food when we go to the food court, like every single time, because it is my absolute favorite takeout food. Then I marked that I went and got some new clothes, which is amazing. I never ever buy new clothes for myself, so it felt so good to have just a couple new things. And then I marked that we went to the fish store, so it's actually called Into the Blue, and we love that store. So my husband has a saltwater fish tank in his basement, and it's so fun, like, to see all of the corals and the like little crabs and snails and shrimp and fish and all that kind of stuff. It's just so fun to watch. So we went there because he needed a couple of things to pick up. So we went there, and then we came home, and I went to the post office. I never mark going to the post office because I go pretty much every day, but I did mark it this day just because it was for personal orders. And then I marked that I went to Boston Pizza with my friends. So a bunch of us girls just went on a girls' day, and we went to Boston Pizza for appetizers and drinks in the evening, and that was so much fun. On Saturday, I slept in, which I always mark it when I do now because I don't sleep in too often. And then I did film some videos, which was pretty much always my weekends during November and December. And then my friends came over to play games. And then after we played games, then me and Ashley, we did our puzzle. So I had this puzzle I have been working on for quite a while, and I got to like the part that was so hard I could not get the rest of it, and I just put it away because I was getting frustrated with it. But she came over and she helped me, and we figured it out when we finished it, so that felt amazing. And then my kids' Christmas activity this day was to sleep in a fort. So we made a fort over the couches in the basement, and they got to sleep in there. On Sunday, it was my baking day, so our Christmas activity that day was baking. We made puppy chow, we made ginger snap cookies, we made magic bars, and Christmas crack. Pretty much all those things were new to me to make, so that was really, really fun. And honestly, it only took me an hour and a half to make all of that because all of it was pretty simple things. So that was really, really nice because we did have a busy day this day, so it felt really good just to get it all done. And then I marked that we cleaned the house, and it was my laundry day this day. And then we took some time in the afternoon to go public skating, which is always so fun. We're really trying to teach our kids how to skate. My kids are not very adventurous or like daring, so things always take a little bit longer for them to learn, which is fine. but they're super cautious. They don't like jump into anything. So as a parent, that's really nice, but you also want them to learn and to take risks. So we try and make them do things as much as possible. And then I marked that I made a dip because our friends were coming over for our Grey Cup party. So we watched the Grey Cup and the Blue Bombers won, which is the Winnipeg team, which is where I'm from. And we ordered in Chicken Chef Pizza. That was so fun. I really liked it. I am not a sports person myself, so for me it's just all about the food and the company and not about what's on TV. But the guys really had fun watching the sports. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!